8 days after the relationship became public, I put out a statement calling out the racist undertones of articles and headlines that were written by the British press, as well as outright racism from those articles across social media.
Allegations of racism on the new Netflix docuseries, Harry and Meghan. He says the media pressure worsened after Prince Harry's engagement to Meagan Markle, accusing the royal family of not doing more to protect her. That is just some of the tea that we have been able to binge in the last few hours since the release yesterday.
Yeah, the English tea is piping hot. Joining us with more reaction is Liz and Mike from 105.1 The Buzz. Good morning, you two.
Morning, and I am always game to talk about royalty.
Oh my gosh.
Take it away.
Well, you had started watching this like early yesterday morning when it first was on Netflix. So Liz, have you finished the 3 episodes that are out now?
Yes, I finished the first 3 episodes,
Okay.
and then next Thursday, the rest of the season or series comes out, which I feel like is going to be even more scandalous. These first 3 episodes mostly just covered the beginning of their relationship, how they met, how they initially got together, fell in love. From there, it kind of starts to touch on the media side, and they really are the first reality family because they explain how there is this relationship between the press and then the royal family, and that from there, they give stories to certain press outlets and specific people in exchange for good favor. Like the whole thing is almost like I needed a flow chart. I needed to draw something out to follow from beginning to end, all the different PR firms per castle, per person. And it just, there's a lot happening there.
Oh boy, we're gonna come over to your house and there's gonna be red yarn on the wall and all
No,
kinds
she's
of
going to be
pictures.
bloodshot, hasn't slept in days,
Right.
just like has like a tick whenever she hears the words Harry or Meghan.
On your 4th cup of English breakfast with extra sugar.
I've been enjoying some Earl Grey over here, but they
there
did
you
start
go.
to touch on some of the racism that was involved. And one of the big things that he said that was an issue within the royal family is they've all had so much scrutiny by the media that they almost feel like it's a rite of passage. And because they live in this bubble of a world that they're in, they don't necessarily realize that there's a difference between the way Kate Middleton was critiqued versus Meghan Markle that had different racist undertones that were associated with it. And so, you know, the whole thing is there's like 20 minutes that talks about how Harry learned a lot when he was younger, when he wore that offensive Nazi Halloween costume and went and spoke to rabbis. And then from there, he decided to expand his mind and what he knew. And that once you start to know better, you need to learn more and do better. And that a lot of people within the royal umbrella, they don't know any better. And so it's a big educational factor as well.
Yeah, I think, you know, I was thinking about just the whole dynamic here of this couple. Harry comes out looking really good in a lot of this because how easy would it have been for him to just say like, well, this is my family, I'm a royal, it's kind of what we've always had to deal with. I mean, clearly he really cares about Meghan because he stuck his neck out in a big way for her.
Love them both so much.
Yeah.
I feel for her so much, and I'm excited to watch this. I'm so happy that they're finding a little more privacy and peace.
Yeah. And still able to tell their side of the story. So
Certainly.
I don't think we'll ever get a reaction really from Buckingham Palace, but who knows?
No, and that's the thing. Buckingham Palace, the royal family, that's one of the strongest entities in the entire world. If they wanted to get the back of Harry and Meghan, they had all the opportunities to do so.
Right.
And if I was in their position, I'd feel slighted too. So I don't blame them for any of this.
Well, I have not had a chance to start because I didn't start watching yesterday because I'm like, if I start, I can't stop. And I had to go to bed. So this weekend, I will be catching up. And then, Liz, we can discuss. So.
Yeah.
I will be honest, I did fall asleep for about 15 minutes in episode 2. So it starts to drag at one point, but then it picks right back up.
Episode 2 is always the gimme.
Good to know. Good to know. Hey, so another story really making a lot of buzz this week.
Sometimes causing
Celine Dion opening up about a rare disorder that she's been diagnosed with. She took to Instagram to explain what this is and what it's done to her body.
Yeah, stiff person
sometimes
disorder.
causing difficulties when I walk and not allowing me to use my vocal cords to sing the way I'm used to.
Okay, so go ahead, Liz. You mentioned this is called stiff person disorder.
people for every million people. And it causes initially spasms within your muscles and then hardening of them to where you can't use your body the same way that you would typically be able to or you once were able to. And so she's been suffering from that for a while. She said she's kind of kept it in secret, but she wants to come out and be open and honest about it now and share with all her fans. She did say that she wants to perform again, but you know, there's going to be certain difficulties that are associated with it. And I want to take a moment to just say that this is another case of like, this is why we don't say things about people's bodies, because like 6 months ago, people were being really brutal to Celine Dion about her appearance, how thin she had gotten, just talking all this stuff about how she needs to eat. And you never know what secret struggles somebody's going through because this entire time she was sick. And it's kind of almost like the Chadwick Boseman thing when he had all those images where he was so skinny. So it's just a good reminder to just be nice and know that everybody has their own struggle that they have.
And you were cut off a little bit there in the beginning. It's 1 for every million people, which means there's probably
So
only
rare.
300 people in the United States who have this. So we're definitely wishing her healing and hope that she gets better and back on that stage if that's what she wants to do.
All right. Well, you guys, we got to run. We're coming up against our break, but have a fantastic weekend and we'll see you on Monday.
Bye, friends.
Take care, guys.
Don't forget, you can listen to Liz and Mike every weekday morning on 105.1 The Buzz. We are back.